let's hear from a couple of first-timers in the Views Commentators' Corner tonight. Stephen McCaffrey is originally from Enniskillen, though he's now based in Belfast, the editor of the investigative website The Detail. Rodney Edwards is the linchpin of the Impartial Reporter newspaper here in the constituency. We don't have an awful lot of time. Does it all come down to orange and green at the end of the day, Rodney?
Well, I think it's quite clear that people are fed up with politics and they're fed up with politicians, but at the end of the day I do agree with my good friend Denzel McDaniel when he says that on voting day people will go in and they will stick to the traditional lines.
What do you think the chances are of there being an upset this time round? I mean, how much on a knife edge is it? How much might it come down to 4 votes this time round?
I think it's going to be a replay of what we've seen in the past. In fact, one of the members of the public said it seems as if nothing changes, and it is going to be very tight, it is going to be very close, and while we've covered a lot of ground tonight and we had a lot of really interesting debates, it does feel as if we're going to come down to exactly the kind of territory Rodney's talking about. It's going to be a replay of history.
Will the wider unionist vote come out for Tom Elliott? Will DUP supporters turn out for an Ulster Unionist candidate?
Certainly huge support for Tom within unionism. The TUV leader was pictured with Tom this week. Peter Robinson said some things about him on Saturday. They seem to be getting behind him. You agree with that?
Yeah, but what I would ask is really to what end? Because when you look at the big issues facing unionism across Northern Ireland, they're threefold. It's demographic changes in Northern Ireland, which is seeing the unionist population decline and the nationalist population grow. It's the threat of the growth of the SNP in Scotland and the growth of Sinn Féin in the Republic. And it feels that pacts are a very narrow, short-term approach. There are big thematic pressures like that, and they're not really going to change and tackle those kind of issues for ordinary unionist voters.
Well, it's fascinating to hear the candidates and to hear what local people think as well. Interesting to hear your thoughts. And there's quite a bit to go until election day, so there's all to play for. Thanks both very much indeed. Thanks to the candidates and to our audience, and to the people here at Believe Pottery who've looked after us so well all day. That's it from this special edition of The View here in Fermanagh. Next week we'll be in another constituency under intense scrutiny, East Belfast, where the DUP is of course hoping to retake the seat from the Alliance Party's Naomi Long. But we leave you tonight with a tune from Bertora past pupil Neil Hannon. Until next week, have a lovely Easter. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.